Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Julie Chrisley helps Nanny Faye, health scare days after pardon. Julie Chrisley revealed that she had to help Nanny Faye days after her pardon after she had a health scare. This seems to be something Julie missed while she was away. However, Nanny Faye had something else come up, and Julie was back in the doctor's office with her after being home for only a few days. There is a lot to unfold and uncover when it comes to this. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Nanny Faye has bladder cancer diagnosis. Nanny Faye was sadly diagnosed with bladder cancer in 2021. However, in 2023, she revealed that she was in remission. This took place while Todd and Julie were in federal prison. So they were having to email each other back and forth about Todd's mother's health. This was hard for the entire family, but they were not kept in the loop due to being locked away. However, it was also revealed that Julie was at every appointment with Nanny Faye up until the moment she was incarcerated. She never made her go alone and was by her side the entire time. This led her to feel guilty while in prison because she could not make those appointments anymore. Julie Chrisley helps her amid health scare days after pardon. Julie Chrisley has revealed that Nanny Faye could have had a health scare. She had to go to the doctor with her after being released for only a few days. While she was enjoying being back in her own home, she put her mother-in-law first and went to the doctor with her while she got this figured out. However, it does not seem to be anything too serious. It seems as though some things may have shown up on Nanny Faye's medical tests that did not sit well with the doctors. However, Julie did not hesitate to be at her next appointment with her. She went there to be by her side through this. However, it does not seem to be anything to worry about, as Julie and Nanny Faye have not mentioned anything serious. The Georgia sunshine felt just a little warmer, a little more sacred, in the days following Julie Chrisley's long-awaited release. After months of fervent legal battles and emotional reckonings, the federal pardon that came down was nothing short of a miracle for the Chrisley family. Yet the celebration was short-lived. Just days after Julie stepped foot outside prison walls, she was thrust into another kind of emotional storm, one involving her mother-in-law, Nanny Faye. Julie hadn't even unpacked her suitcase when the call came. "Julie, it's Mama." Todd's voice cracked over the line. "Something's not right with Nanny." Julie didn't hesitate. She grabbed her purse, slid into her sneakers, and raced out the door like she'd never been gone. The woman who had fought for her life in court and survived the harsh realities of incarceration was back in action, this time as a caregiver, not a defendant. When she arrived at Nanny Faye's house, the mood was tense. Grayson was pacing in the hallway, phone in hand, while Savannah sat at the kitchen island, nervously twisting a napkin between her fingers. "She fainted," Savannah whispered, barely meeting Julie's eyes. "Right after her morning walk," said she was dizzy. Her heart was racing. Grayson caught her just before she hit the floor. Julie, always composed even in chaos, strode into the bedroom where Nanny Faye lay with a cool washcloth on her forehead. The ever-feisty matriarch of the Chrisley clan looked smaller than usual, her eyes heavy but sharp. Well, Nanny Faye murmured with a sly smile. "Just when I try to steal the spotlight, you barge in like a Hallmark hero." Julie chuckled softly and took her hand. "You scared us all half to death, Nanny. What's going on?" "They said my heart's fluttering a little too much. Like a country boy on prom night," she muttered. A trip to the hospital confirmed it was an atrial fibrillation episode, a concerning but manageable condition. Still, at Nanny Faye's age, and with her previous battle with bladder cancer, even a minor scare sent waves through the family. Julie stepped up immediately. "She's coming home with me," she told the doctor firmly. "She needs rest, not stress. I'll take care of her." No one argued. Back at the Chrisley home, now a more subdued version of the mansion that once bustled with Bravo cameras and Southern drama, Julie set up a small, cozy room for Nanny Faye, complete with lavender pillows and a view of the garden. Julie's return hadn't just been a physical one. It was a spiritual homecoming. She was finding purpose again and
Every
caring for
morning,
Nanny Faye.
Julie
Julie prepared herbal teas and heart-healthy breakfasts. Every afternoon, she read aloud from Nanny's favorite magazines, even if it was just celebrity gossip about Dolly Parton and George Street. And every evening, she'd settle on the porch with her mother-in-law, listening to cicadas sing as the sun dipped low behind the magnolias. "I don't know what I'd do without you, Julie," Nanny Faye said one night, her voice soft as cotton. "You always take care of everyone, even when no one takes care of you." Julie blinked back tears. Prison had hardened her in some ways, but not enough to shield her from love. "I needed this," Julie admitted. "After everything, I needed to remember who I was before all the mess." Nanny Faye reached over and patted her hand. "And who are you, honey?" "A mother. A wife. A woman who doesn't give up, no matter how ugly it gets." Nanny grinned. "Now that's the Julie I know." In between doctor visits and herbal remedies, Julie began journaling again. She hadn't picked up a pen in over a year, but the words came easily now. The entries were raw, reflections of guilt, hope, and resilience. One night, she wrote, "God didn't pardon me to rest. He pardoned me to rise." Savannah, watching her mother's transformation, felt a new kind of admiration. "You're like this quiet storm, Mama," she said. "You come in, calm and steady, but you move everything in your path." Julie smiled faintly. "Storms rebuild the earth, Savannah. That's what we're doing, rebuilding." The Chrisley family, still scared but determined, found a kind of healing in Julie's presence. Grayson returned to his classes with less worry on his shoulders. Chloe, sensing the shift in energy, began sleeping through the night again. Even Todd, still serving time and relying on daily phone calls, sounded lighter. "She sounds like her again," he told Savannah after one of Julie's nightly check-ins. "Like my Julie. Like the glue that holds us together." But Julie wasn't naive. She knew there were still legal hurdles ahead, media critics, and the slow grind of rebuilding a public image. The cameras weren't rolling, but life was still happening. Messy, unscripted, real. One afternoon, as she helped Nanny Faye sort through medication, the older woman paused and looked at her thoughtfully. "You think God gave you a second chance just for us?" she asked. Julie considered the question. "Maybe not just for you. Maybe for all the women out there who feel like their story ended the day they were judged." "Then you better write a new chapter," Nanny said with a wink. "One where the heroine doesn't just survive, she thrives." And Julie intended to do exactly that. With each passing day, Nanny Faye grew stronger. Her appetite returned, her sass reignited, and before long, she was sneaking cookies behind Julie's back and trying to play poker with closed toy chips. Julie pretended to scold her, but truthfully, it warmed her heart. They were back. Not perfect, not untouched by pain, but back.